So if you're looking to move into tech because it pays well, then this video is for you. Because in this video, I'll be sharing my journey of how I started as a test tube salesperson, selling literally test tubes to laboratories, to working in a tech startup accelerator. So I graduated back in 2016 from SUSS with a degree in biomedical engineering. And back then, biotech, medical tech was the hottest thing in town. And on top of that, I got a diploma in biotechnology, so it's kind of getting a degree in biomedical engineering was kind of the smart thing to do. So while I was studying, I was working in a lab supplies company that sold equipment and consumables to laboratories. So it was a lot of time outside of the office and a tough job because the basic salary was low and commissions were the only thing that made the job worth it. But an important skill that I picked up during that time was learning how to network, how to do sales, and how to close deals, which will come into play at the later part of my career. So the skills of networking teaches you how to put yourself out there, making the first move to know people and to know them as a human being instead of just a sales lead.
I'm a human too!
Though ultimately the goal of a salesperson is to close sales, and being human is an important part of the sales process as well, because this prevents you from looking at every single person as just a sales lead. So right after graduation, I moved on into advertising sales. So this role, we sold ads to government agencies that were looking for scholars. And the role was a little bit different because I had to sell ideas to the clients that matched the products that we had. And in this role, it allowed me to sharpen my sales skill because the end client was very different and the deal closing process required me to have a lot of patience. And after all, to close a sale in that kind of space is to only win a tender.
You snooze, you lose!
So after almost 5 years in sales, this was roughly in 2018 already, it took a toll on me and I decided to take a career break for 8 months where I traveled with my current wife to New Zealand on a working holiday visa. So if you're below 30 and watching this video, which almost 60% of you guys are, I highly recommend that you try out the working holiday visa as well, because you will come back home in Singapore with a very different perspective of life, of how you view things. Or maybe you might find a new place that you can spread your wings and fly. So the working holiday visa in New Zealand was a game changer for me, and let me explain. So the working holiday visa allows you to stay in New Zealand for an extended period of time, but you have to fund everything yourself, which includes from flying into the country, finding lodging, opening a bank account, as well as employment. So through that whole experience, we met a lot of people from different walks of life that share experiences, knowledge, and lifestyle that I never knew existed. And we also worked a few different jobs within the 8-month period. So during the 8 months, I was a fruit packer, I was a fruit picker, and I was also a night manager at a hostel. So each of these jobs taught me very different skill sets. Like in picking fruits, everyone thinks it's pretty simple, but imagine working for 8 hours a day, carrying 15 to 20 kilo of fruits and running back to the truck to deposit your fruits of labor, literally, and repeating it over and over again for long hours. So the key difference here is making friends and motivating each other to pick more fruit, because the more you pick, the more you earn. So during my trip to New Zealand, I bought a camera and I started documenting my life, which was the first few videos that you'll see in this channel on how I spend my everyday life in New Zealand. So this kind of sparked my interest in content creation. But the most important thing that I learned is finding out about yourself, what you want in life, and as cliche as it sounds, when you experience it, it's pretty mind-blowing. So my initial plan was to continue my hobo journey and move to Australia to do another season of working holiday visa, but I had to work a little bit to raise some funds before moving on. So with only fruit picking, packing, and sales skills, it was rather hard to find employment, but with some help from a friend, he managed to get me an interview with a local video production house. So in the video production house, the owner was looking for a video producer. So basically, this is someone that can plan out video shoot, liaise with clients, and get the job done. However, the only video skills that I had was holding a GoPro like this and talking to it. And the production value that I was producing was, to be honest, really shitty, and that's really all the skills I had pertaining to video. And to land myself with a job in a production house, I negotiated to do BD for him. And if I do close sales, I would want to go on set to learn the different aspects of videography. So it was a good 2 years there, and I started to feel a little bit stagnant because the salary was like a diploma level kind of salary, below $3,000. And it kind of put me in a weird position of loving my job, but it doesn't pay well. And thinking forward, if I've stayed in that job, I might not have much savings or it will become really difficult for me to build myself a war chest that will allow me to invest and save well. So this prompted me to start looking out for another role, and one of my networks that I knew was a content person for a Chinese exchange, which was a breakthrough for me that allowed me to have the first taste of tech.
But first, a little taste.
And being a crypto person, it was one of my dreams to work in a crypto exchange or an investment firm that deals with Web3, so this was something that I was really excited about. So the job at the crypto exchange was really fun. You meet a lot of different cultures and people as well. And 1 year into the role, I got headhunted into another crypto exchange, which was mainly dealing with the Philippines. So this was where I led the crypto education arm, teaching people about crypto, how to use an exchange, and all that good stuff. It was a great learning experience because I was starting my own vertical and leading my own team, which was a dream for me, until the day I got retrenched.
I lost my job.
So I got retrenched in this year in 2023, and this posed a very challenging time for me. So I had my house that was coming, which meant my CPF would be wiped out. I had renovations coming out along as well, which meant that I'll need to have cash to pay for those. And then I had to plan for the purchase of my furniture, which I'm doing right now. And to be honest, at the age of 33, getting retrenched with a house coming up isn't the most fun experience to have or the most fun thing to do. But luckily I had a thing going for me, which is this YouTube channel. So you see, my YouTube channel has been my side hustle, my hobby, where I get to log and document my financial journey. And throughout the years, I managed to get monetized, although I do not earn a lot, but it still brings a couple of dollars every single month. That helps me quite a bit. So thank you guys for the constant support throughout the years, and if you are new, welcome to the channel. So I was unemployed for roughly 3 months, but I got my own emergency fund, which I was able to maintain and support my own lifestyle even though I wasn't really working. Though I do have some video jobs that came in between, and that brought some money as well, which kind of helped me sustain a little bit. So with the constant creation of content and applying for relevant roles, this opened up some doors for me. So one day I chanced upon a role which made me really excited, and one of the criteria to get selected for the interview was to make an introduction video and at the same time showcase how I would run or plan a masterclass for startups. So part of me was thinking, to even get an interview, I had to write the script, I had to make a video, and subsequently send it in before I even get to meet someone from the team. I was very reluctant, but part of me was like, you know what? Let's do it. Showcase what we can do and see where it takes us. So we did that whole shebang, we did the video, we did the scripting, and then we sent it in. And then one day, I received an email that I was selected for the first round of interviews. And after 5 rounds of interview, I joined a startup accelerator, and that got me even deeper into the tech scene. So in my current role, right now I'm planning for programs for startups, and there are a couple of skill sets that I've picked up throughout my career that I could leverage on. So for example, the video planning skills that I learned from the video production house gives me a slight advantage in having the end goal in mind and how we can work towards that. And the networking and the sales skills during my test tube days gave me the advantage to network with VCs and other funds to see how we can leverage on each other to help us improve the Web3 space. And my own video skills, it helps me to create content like this so I can share my experience and hopefully help 1 or 2 people break into the tech scene if that's something you're looking at. So I hope that my story has kind of sparked something in you to pursue your dreams, or even consider switching industry if that's something you're looking at.
Inspiring.
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, that would be really awesome if you do. Drop a like if you have learned something from this video. And as always, stay safe, invest safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.